Hi there, I'm Brooke, and this is my channel, Tarot with B. So today we're going to be seeing what life is going to be like for you 1 year from when you watch this video. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to be watching this when I'm filming it. It can be from the moment you start this video, 1 year from then, right? So anytime. And just like get the vibes, like what's going on, you know, where you'll be in general, like emotionally, maybe in your career and love potentially. Well, I'm just going to see what comes out, right? And I have 4 groups today. They're all very different. So I got this Astro Codes deck, and it's gorgeous. It's Starcodes Astro, excuse me. And it's just so pretty. And so, and I got a few new crystals as well. So I'm using them all in this video. I'm very excited. And so let's get into the groups for where you'll be 1 year from when you see this video. So for group number 1, first of all, we have Hematite, I believe. It's Hematite. And this 11th house community card. Now we have the number 49. There's a lot here, so really pay attention to things. See if it calls out to you at all. Okay. We have pile 2 with the green moss agate. I love this crystal. Green moss agate, and the Taurus cultivate card with the number 2. And we have the rose quartz for group number 3. These are not coming up as well on video, but they're so pretty. This is a very pretty pink rose quartz. And we have the 7th house relationship. I was shook when this came out for the rose quartz pile, I'm just saying. With the number 45. For pile number 3. And for pile 4, we have the peacock ore. This is really delicate and it has flaked off in a few spots, but it's very beautiful. It's just a beautiful crystal. That's the peacock ore. With the trine sextile symbiosis card, and that has the number 52 on it. So just take a second and see which crystal, card, timestamp, whatever you think is really calling out to you. I did 4 groups today because it is kind of important to just choose one group. If you're feeling called to more than one, of course, I mean, give it a go, watch them. Maybe you'll have like little messages, you know, in both or something like that. But my goal here is to really get clear, concise messages for each group. So just see which pile really calls to you. Use that intuition, and you can pause the video if you need some more time. Again, we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. I'll see you in a minute. Hi there, pile 1. So if you chose the Hematite or the 11th house community card, this is your reading. So 1 year from now, I'm just gonna set this up here. Here, let's scoot over here, actually, your Hematite. So 1 year from now, from right now, when you're watching this, I see your relationships are flourishing. You're going to be with people that are just taking you to new heights. It's like you're reaching for the stars. You're reaching for these goals in your life, and people are really helping you, and you're helping other people. You know, it's a very good time. And also I see this, I just noticed the 2 hands, the light, the dark and light hand. Like, it reminded me of light and dark aspects. And like, I see you really balancing them out through your relationships in a year from now, because, you know, when you're feeling down or something, you know you have people to rely on. Or if you have difficult times, you definitely have people that will support you through these things. But also, you have people to celebrate with you, celebrate your wins, and help you move toward what it is that you want from life, right? And there's just such a positive, warm energy coming from this. And it's lovely, you know, and it's stable. 9 and 4 is 13, which reduces to 4, right? Wait, is my math right? Yeah. And so it's just a stable environment. You know, you really are setting that foundation for expansion and growth and just such happiness. And this could be through friends, family, maybe some people you meet along the way in the next year as well, because it doesn't have to just be the people in your life now. And do you see how connected this is? It's like interwoven. That's like your relationships with people and your community. It's genuinely just strong, almost unbreakable, you know, and it really gets you through a lot of hard times and difficulties, and you're just going to be around like-minded people. Not to say you won't be, it's going to be boring or anything like that, because sometimes, you know, you think about, well, if these people all have the same opinions as me, or they have the same, it's not like that. It's their morals. You guys have the same morals, like deep-rooted spiritual morals, you know, and just in general, not spiritual, but like just the same morals. And you know, you don't have to agree on everything, right? Obviously that's not healthy in general, but on the important things, you really agree. And that's what I mean by like-minded, mindsets, similar mindsets. And that's all from this one card. Like, I just see you surrounded by people that really understand you deeply. They deeply understand you, and you deeply understand them. It's a very beautiful, interwoven community. It's a community, you know, and that's really exciting. And I love to see these rainbows too. I don't know, like when a rainbow like hits the window just right, or a cylinder. I don't know. I always think like maybe pay attention to that. Like when you see like a rainbow, from a natural rainbow on the ground, like from like, that happens a lot to me. But do you know what I mean? It's like when it hits something, like the light hits the door just right, or like a like a, oh my god, like a crystal just right, or something like that, you know. Light hits something just right and it forms that rainbow. When that happens, if that happens within the next year, I think that's significant, you know, and really notice how you're feeling in that moment and what you're thinking about, because that could mean like you're close to someone in your community, or like someone that you can really trust and feel comfortable with. Again, there's just so much coziness here. It's so warm and just open and free, which is beautiful. Okay. Now that I've talked a lot, let's get into, I did pre-shuffle cards, because I wanted to save some time here. I do have quite a few cards to get into. So let's see what else comes out for you. So we have number 14, Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. You see that? Yes. Bossed pleasure. Absolutely. Ooh, the Vulture and Asphodel, Upheaval. This came out reversed. And that is the number 15, by the way. 14, 15. Interesting. Okay. 13, 14, 15. Remember, this reduces to 13. Ooh, okay. And the number 42 for refinement. Oh, does this... Ah, crap. Oh, no. Scoot over. Scoot over, boss. Let me see here. Can we see it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Refinement. Dahlia. That's Scorpio energy. Also, a boss reminds me of Scorpio as well. And this is the number 42. I wonder if these will fit, because I do have 3 other oracle cards here. So Sunrise, double tap pink, and word art. Lovely. Okay. Weave together the crown you deserve and pleasure. It's like, I'm telling you, there's something here that you are rising up. There's a lot in the next year, like 1 year from now, you're going to be in a place where you feel really good about where you're at, and you feel proud more than anything. And you're also working on really fine-tuning things as well, you know, with refinement. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're kind of mastering it, but you're having fun. It's about how you feel. That's very important to you. And, you know, you're not really looking for validation from others, but I think that you're getting it for sure with the double tap heart here. You're definitely getting creative. So I think that through work, you're getting this validation. And it's really just bringing you to new heights. Because with this card, you're celebrating yourself. You're celebrating who it is that you want to be. And again, there's people, you know, there is a lot of community here. There is. I mean, your relationships in the next 1 year from now are strong and supportive and loving. And you're definitely getting creative, you know, and flowers could also be very significant. They're in 3 of the, you know, cards here. It's like you're blooming into who it is that you want to be. And I don't think you're necessarily going to be exactly where you want to be, but you're getting there. Like those steps are coming, like 13, 14, 15. You are steadily going. In the next year, it's like one win, another win. You know, you just keep going and refining everything that it is that you're working on. And that sun's rising. It's like you're activating your potential with everything that you do, you know, and it's solid, you know, you're really solid. And I think that you have so much love, and you're surrounded by so much love too. It's beautiful. You're very, very respected too. You know, I think that you're respectful and kind, and you care about other people. It's not like you take and take, you give too. It's equal give and take with this community. You know, you celebrate people's wins just as much as they celebrate yours. And it really just, and you take pleasure in it. You know, that's right in the center. Boss here is just open for whatever it is that is coming, you know, and there's a big open energy here, which I find fascinating. And it's interesting that this upheaval card came out reversed. I think that that's an excellent thing. I am going to look at the book because I do love this book. This is one of the best guidebooks with a deck I've ever seen. Yeah, this is, again, it's like, this card is all about, like, finding the source of unresolved pain and having others, like, consult with others. It's all about people in your life. You know, I think that you're really going to be looking to other people for support. Maybe you've had a long stretch of time where you've felt very alone and like you've had to do everything yourself. But the thing is, a year from now, that's not the case. You're absolutely going to be surrounded by people that want to help you and want to see you flourish. And it's same, like you want the same for these people, you know, because upheaval, and it's reversed. So it's like you don't really need, like, there's not anything there that because it's reversed, right? So it's like there isn't an upheaval. Things are steady, right? I was like, how am I going to word this right? And I'm not saying that you don't have pain or unresolved stuff that you need to work through, but you can work through it. And you're close, and you'll be very close to working through it a year from now. If you're in this maybe you're in this upright upheaval right now and things feel really dark and like nothing is going your way, right? That could be where you're at right now. But with the reversed, things will be changing for you, and really looking ahead and just I focusing on others, and maybe having others help you as well, help you through these hard times. If you ever feel down, because maybe it's just like sometimes you get like these bursts where it's like, oh, this hurts, you know, and that's because you haven't resolved it. And I'm not saying I don't mean that with like depression or anything like that. Okay, I'm not invalidating anyone's depression. I mean like healing, past relationships, stuff like that, you know, and it comes back and it's like, oh God, this is horrible. So like you really need to consult other people when stuff like that happens, and really just try to work through it even more, because I think I think this year you're doing a lot of healing, and you won't be quite done, but my gosh, you'll be a lot closer than you are now to, and healing is constant, right? We're constantly healing because things are constantly happening to us. But I think you're growing so much, like I said, blooming in the next year. It's like, and this reminds me of the death. There's a lot of Scorpio energy here with these three. You could have any Scorpio placements, but I just think there's a lot going on this year. It may feel really tumultuous and heavy, but at the end of the day, when you're watching this, like a year from now, things are going to be a lot lighter, because like I said at the beginning, this is such a happy energy. It's light and warm and comforting. Like, look at how warm this card is. It's very like, the colors in it are just like sitting by a fire, you know what I mean? It's just soft, and that sun's rising too. So there's a lot of happiness, a lot, and comfort, and just feeling secure with where you are and with who you're surrounding yourself with. Because I think maybe you're having trouble trusting people right now, and this will, when a year from now, you will feel like you can trust the people surrounding you in this community, right? Community, you know, your people. And refinement, you know, take it day by day. You'll be doing things every day, right? And of course you will. Wow, that was brilliant. Oh my God. But, you know, you'll be having these new experiences every day and really working on yourself and your craft. I don't necessarily think this refinement just means career. Like I didn't say that before, but like that was the vibe I was getting at first. I think this really has to do with you and your healing as well. You know, you're working on yourself too. You're still figuring out who you want to be, who you are, but you're definitely a year from now a lot closer to getting that clarity on who it is that you are. And the people that surround you are a big part of that. They really are. And you're going to be feeling really creative, extremely. Also, potentially on social media, you may be doing a lot and getting a lot of attention that way. But you're definitely just doing things that really make you happy and open that heart chakra up. Like, and your intuition. I think you have a very strong intuition as well. So trust yourself. Trust those gut feelings. Always. You know, always trust yourself. And yeah, like because you can consult this little community, right? You can consult that 11th house community, but always trust yourself too. But don't let your head get in the way. Really sit with yourself and be like, you know what? I'm going to figure this out, but you don't have to do everything alone. Take your intuition and what other people say and see if they're similar, like if they weave together, and I bet they will, Okay, so I'm going to get your tarot cards now that I've blabbed on for a long time. Oh, okay. All right. So, King of Cups. Oh, that's okay. Just a minute. Ooh, the Sun. Judgment. Oh, yeah. 10 of Cups, of course. And the 7 of Wands. Yes. Wow. So, a Leo season may be significant. I think that you're definitely, you see this? There's people in all of these, except these. But there's people, so many people in all of these cards, right? And I just think with this King of Cups, you're doing a lot of work on healing and your emotions, your emotional well-being. And you could also travel somewhere significant by yourself even. Like maybe you'll travel somewhere and meet up with people, or you'll be traveling alone and meet people there. And these could potentially be like, oh, that's part of my 11th house community, because I did say they could be new people too. So I just think you're doing a lot of healing, and emotionally maturing. You're leveling up. And feeling this confident happiness, and this was the bottom of the deck for that, the Ladybug and Sweet Pea, happiness. I see you very, very happy and just really at peace and just living your best life too, like with your friends and whoever it is that you want to surround yourself with. And you'll be having these successes too. It's not just like your friendships, it's everything. You're like shining. And I think that this could be through your career, your relationships, your romantic relationships, because we did have Bast with pleasure, which can be a sexual type of pleasure as well. So I think that, you're just out there having fun, having a good time, and you are just living your best life a year from now, honestly. And Leo season could be significant. Also Scorpio season, which is end of October into November, mid-November. That could be very significant, those two. So whenever you're watching this, whenever that flies around for you. But, I just think you're really getting creative and doing so much positively, because again, I think that you've had some negative times, and this is really, within this next year, you're living your best life and you're relishing your relationships and nurturing them and really just having a good, positive, fun time. Sweet time too. We have daisies there. So they're very pure and lovely. And I think that here, because with Judgment, it's like you used to really care about what other people thought of you, right? Or in your life and everything, different things, right? But I think that you're giving yourself grace with Judgment, because I think that you're finally seeing that you're the shit. Like your achievements are great. I think maybe in the past you were hard on yourself, and maybe this is now. That could be you in this energy now, because again, this is a year from now. So you really heavily relied on other people's validation. Yes, because hello, this heart. That means that this is about validation and likes and, really wanting the likes, doing it through the gram, all that shit. But you're at this point a year from now where it's just like, okay, well, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of how far I've come, and your relationships and happiness and just feeling completely emotionally fulfilled. To have the 10 of Cups come out is just, that's awesome. You know, it's really good to see that 10 of Cups come out, because honestly, you're just so free and able to surround yourself by these loving, beautiful people. Again, with the rainbow, by the way. I was saying that in that other card, in your community card with the rainbow. If you see rainbows, that's significant, okay? But, and daisies. I think daisies are significant. I don't know why. I'm just going to say they're significant, okay? But just being able to be carefree and just have a good time and not be judged in any way. In any way. Because you've been surrounded by no's. No. Like, you can't act like that. You can't do this. No. What are you wearing? You know, stuff like that. Like, you can't be that sexuality. You can't, all of this stuff, right? And finally, you're letting that go and just living your best life and floating along this emotionally mature, immaculate chef kiss energy. Like, mwah, you got this, right? Like, that's what I'm seeing with that. And again, such a really strong intuition. You've got to trust your intuition and following with your heart, following what it is that you want to do. Nobody else. You don't give a shit about what other people think, and you're just doing what you want to do and having the best time. You're just celebrating yourself and your wins and the people that love you and their wins. You know, it's just like this interwoven, beautiful, beautiful energy I'm seeing. And then we have the 7 of Swords. So, 7 of Wands, excuse me. So it's like this isn't it. Like, you still have some battles to fight, right? You'll still have some battles, but it'll be a lot easier because you won't be judging yourself as harshly, and you'll have these people surrounding you that are just supporting you because they love you, right? And it's okay. Like, maybe there's a lot going on too. The 7 of Wands is a lot of chaos, but you're being held together, you know, and you're working through it in such a emotionally mature way, and you know, just focusing on what's important. And what's important is your heart, what your heart wants, you know, and trusting yourself and surrounding yourself with people that want the best for you, not negative Nancy's. Nope, we don't need any negative people. And you won't be. A year from now, beautiful, happy, lovely gorgeousness. And I have another card I just pulled because it's fun and they're cute cards, but it was just another vibe, and then we'll get some charms. But okay, peace, love, and yoga pants. Oh, and fuzzy slippers. So like literally you're so comfortable and happy. It's just so sweet. Ugh, there's so much love and you're at peace with yourself and simply just so fulfilled, you know? Actually, I want to get one of my fortunes too. I don't have too many, but I do like to do this because they're just fortunes from like past fortune cookies. Okay. If there is no wind, there will be no wave. Lucky numbers 44. What did I say about 4s? 29, 17, 5, 30, and 31. Ooh, okay. If there is no wind, there will be no wave. I'll let you take that as you will because it's interesting. I like to leave it to you sometimes. So let's get some charms to close out your reading. Got my girl Margot. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, the black swan. Sorry. Palm trees. I'm telling you, there's some sort of vacation. There's something, a get together, like maybe you go somewhere and meet people. But you're definitely working on your goals too and taking yourself to new heights. Oh, the kitty. I knew that's it. I knew it was going to be the peace one. I'm telling you, you're just going to be so happy on cloud 9, right? Like, you have the dragonfly and the butterfly. So it's like you're really transforming. There's change, right? Big changes throughout the year from where it is now for you, I think. And going with the flow is really important as well. You know, you're doing a lot of healing, but it's important to not fight it. Not fight against the changes because they're happening for a reason. They will be happening for a reason, right? And I think you're also feeling very nostalgic as well. But this also means that a Christmas season could be very significant. Something significant could happen then. Again, maybe that could be around the time you meet some of your community, your group that really just brings you so much peace and comfort and love. And the cat, you're very cunning. You're very smart. You know, I see you really doing a lot. But keep your head about you, because sometimes cats can be a little wild, right? They can go a little, they don't think before they act sometimes, and it's like just try your best to use your head, use your intuition, make sure you're not just flying into things without thinking first. There's a lot of fear, but I see you're letting it go. You're letting it go with the dragonfly and the butterfly. You're absolutely just letting that fear go and transforming, you know, and having this open heart. You have a lot of love to give, and I think you're receiving it. A year from now, you'll be receiving so much love from the people around you. There's a huge, it's huge, theme of people, like the people you surround yourself with in this reading. So really just evaluate who you're surrounding yourself with right now, even, you know? Yeah, because I think sometimes you have like a head in the clouds, like, I'm really happy. And I think that's what that is. You know, you're just, again, going with the flow, and just, I love that the cloud is smiling. That's so cute. Like, that'll be you, you know, like, I'm not saying your head's in the clouds. Like, you can definitely bring it down to earth and get stuff done, because you will be. But you can let go too. You can let go and dream and just think like, this is awesome. You know, like, really focus on manifestations too. And like, don't just daydream, actually actively try and manifest. And this black swan, it's a very refined energy. So potentially, I'm viewing this as a person. There's someone coming in that could be older than you, that has a lot of knowledge and could potentially have a lot of money. I don't mean that in like a negative. It's just like to look out for them, you know, like, oh, that's that swan, you know. I don't mean it for any other reason. But, and I don't know, because this is the black swan. So it's like, I don't want to say they could potentially bring out your negative aspects, some of your negative aspects, and like things that your darker side, you know, dark side. But, and it's interesting because these three are together, like that palm tree, the Christmas ornament, and the black swan. So you could meet them on holiday, like around Christmas time. They could be someone from your childhood as well. But maybe they might not have the best intentions, so just look out for that. But also they could be perfectly fine. But I just wanted to say that because I keep thinking black swan, and I'm seeing that move. Oh my God. Like, it's so scary. It freaks me out. But you know that part, if you've ever seen the movie Black Swan, it's a meme. People use it a lot. But, and Natalie Portman's, like, facing away from the mirror, and, like, the black swan looks and turns around at her, but she hasn't moved, you know what I mean? Like, it's her face turning around and looking at her. So it's like, just be aware, because that person could potentially be that, but this also could be you. Like, that could be your black swan coming out and just bringing you down. So look out for that, because genuinely, you're really living in this sun energy and really just transforming and changing. So I think that this is really just saying, like, look out for any people that trigger you, like, and kind of halt your healing, or like look at it and are like, well, that's stupid, you know what I mean? Or someone that doesn't value all the work that you've done. Okay, that's really what I'm saying with the black swan. But yes, that is what I have for you, Pile 1. It's been such a pleasure to read for you. This has been a lovely reading, honestly. I just see so much peace. You have so much peace, love, and happiness. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting this one to be so positive. Any of them to be really positive, you know? But, I mean, I'm very glad it is. But, it's nice to see. But, I really do wish you the best, because I think you're going to be in a really beautiful place a year from now and surrounded by a lot of really lovely people. But if you'd like to subscribe, you can hit that button down below. If you'd like to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll leave my email in the description box down below. I do love to do personal readings for people. I can get really in-depth information. So if you are looking for more information, or just have a question, or need some general advice about love, career, whatever, please send me an email and I can help you get some clarity on that. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'll leave those linked down below as well. But I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, Pile 1, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye. Hi there, Pile 2. So if you chose the Green Moss Agate or the Taurus Cultivate card, this is your reading. So I'm going to stick your Green Moss Agate over here. And we're going to talk about what your life's going to be like a year from now, right? So first of all, you're going to be really trying to ground things, ground your life, ground your career, you know, roots, finding stability and like a foundation for the long haul, you know, like longevity. And I think that you're a very hard worker, but it feels there's a stubborn energy here. There's something here. Because I did pre-shuffle the cards and I did get a sneak peek of a few of them. So it's like there's a stubbornness about finding this grounding. You know what I mean? It's a stubborn, you don't want to ground, like root yourself to a certain place, a certain person, a certain job, you know, a certain situation, something like that. But that's what's going to be happening. And you're pushing against it a year from now, you know. You might have no idea what I'm talking about, but by the time the year comes up, you'll be like, oh, okay, I gotcha. But, you know, and I think you'll be in like a very fruitful time. Do you see all of these, like from the harvest? There's so much. And this bowl has a lot going on for them, right? And again, you're a really hard worker, and I think, want to find your footing and really find what it is that you want in general. Like, it feels like you're just not happy about something a year from now. Like, you're not feeling fulfilled. I don't want to say happy necessarily, but there's something that's not fulfilling you. And so it's like you're really actively pushing against it. there's something there. And let me see with these, some of these oracle cards, because this is interesting. And we do have the number 2, which is balance, you know? So maybe things are like feeling completely off kilter and it's throwing you. It's throwing you off. And things are out of your control. So it's, again, like, you're like, whoa, what? You know? Okay, so let me see. So we have the number 32, escapist. Come home to yourself. Ooh, okay. Arianhod? I don't know. Fertility. Yeah, like I said, it's a fruitful time. Yeah, the fox and ivy. Adaptability is reversed, which if you're feeling stubborn, that makes complete sense. You're not wanting to adapt to things or changes that are happening. Yeah, oh my god. Number 5, grounding, the potato, which is, excuse me, Capricorn energy? Is that Capricorn? Or Virgo? It's Virgo. It's Virgo. Excuse me. Duh. I think, anyway. I'll look. It's one of those. It's definitely Earth energy, anyway. Okay, and then we have MP3 downloads. Yeah. Armadillo. Yup. Oh my gosh. This is cracking me up. Okay. And crazy patterns. Yeah. So you're really a year from now, like there's something about this, you know, you're definitely in a good place materially, I think, like financially. I think you'll be okay. Like there's a lot of abundance around you. Because again, you've got all of this from the harvest, and then you have literally fertility, and it's like there's so much like fertile land, you know, surrounding you. Just a lot of good things. But you are like, you want an escape from it. You just do not want, you want to rebel. You want to like fight against it. MP3 downloads, rebel. That disloyalty too. There's something, maybe this is about a relationship. It's because I think with your job, it seems quite secure, but there's something about a relationship where it's just like you're fighting against it. Like maybe they want to settle down, or maybe they want to have a baby or something like that. And you're like, you know what? I no, like, no, thank you. That's not for me. And that can cause some, you know, ruckus. And, oh, sorry. And because we have escapist, which is come home to yourself, right? But then this flew out too. I just didn't want to put it in because it didn't take up enough space, but I was going to show you. Shark, swim away from the situation. That's how you're feeling. There's something where you're just like, yeah, I need to get out of here, you know, like you're really, and I don't think it's a dangerous situation. I definitely don't think that's the case. Like you won't be in danger. You're just like, you're daydreaming about better things. Like you want a different life. There's something different that you want. And for some reason you're not voicing it. It seems like, let me see armadillo. I can't remember all of the little keywords for armadillo. Yeah, it's like definitely difficult times, and it feels like a tough decision. There we go. There's a tough decision here, and it's like you don't want to hurt anyone, but you also are very firm in this, like, no thank you. You know what I mean? Or you really are firm. I mean, Taurus, bull. It's a stereotype, but my God, I have a Taurus brother and I've had Taurus best friends my whole life. So it's true. I mean, they're very, very stubborn. Love you so much though. But like, this is definitely like a negative aspect of the Taurus. I mean, depending on the situation, of course. But I think that you are unbending in this. Like you're done. Like, I'm very firm, armadillo, just, I'm gonna roll away, get in my shell and be like, see ya. Or not, I might not. That's what it is. Like, you just are, no. And it does feel like it's for in a relationship or with a child, about having a child or something like that, and with the crazy patterns as well, because I think that you just don't want to settle. You don't want to settle down. You don't want to get grounded, and it feels like things are because they're right here, grounding. These are they're bookending your reading. And it's like, you are fighting it. You do not want this. You want to be carefree and lively, and this gives me Sagittarius energy, this crazy patterns, and it's like, you just want freedom. You don't want to be tied down. And I think that that's exactly what this situation is bringing. A heavy, like, we're in this, and that's not what you want a year from now. It's like, you're definitely not wanting that. And it's kind of confusing you, because again, it's like, you don't want to hurt anybody, but at the same time, absolutely not. You're standing firm with yourself. And there's also a message here about, like, get out of your head too, and actually get your ass moving, like, into action. Because this escapist, like, don't hold it in, because maybe, I think that is hindering you too. Like, maybe you don't want to hurt someone, so you're acting out, negatively toward someone or a situation, something like that. And it's because you're holding this in. Like, you want to tell this person, no, that's not what I want, but you cannot express it because you don't want to hurt someone. So that's why it feels like you have to escape within yourself. And that's really affects you. It really affects you. So let me see. VII. So we have the fox and the ivy, and it's reversed. Oh my God, please. I'm going to read this for you. Okay, so adaptability. Foxes are cunning, quick thinking, and clever. When paired with ivy, a hardy plant that flourishes even in the harsh environments, the fox reminds us to apply our cleverness toward adaptability. So when it's reversed, your stubbornness may be holding you back. Remain open-minded and beware of becoming stuck in our ways. So you could be feeling stuck, like you're, this is stubborn. There's so much here. And I'm sorry, pile 2. It's, I'm not trying to be harsh. But there's, because you have so much to give, and it's like you're closing yourself off because of a situation a year from now that is upsetting you, and really, again, you're unbending. You're like, no, I'm not doing this, or like, yes, we're doing this. You know what I mean? It's just, you're very stuck in, this is how it's happening, or no, I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? And again, I'm getting a very strong vibe of either settling down with someone and having a child, or just like finding, like, settling down in general in a certain spot. Like, maybe you're not sure that where you're living or where you will be living is right for you, right? And so you're like, I don't think so. And Spirit just really wants you to try and be more adaptable, open-minded. Some things seem like they're not good for you, right? In the moment, and you feel like it's not good for you, but at the end of the day, it is. And you were there for a reason, right? And Spirit just wants you to try and stay open-minded. Like, maybe try and do a little grounding. You know, obviously stick to your morals. And if you don't want a kid, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, and if you don't want to settle down with a person, don't. But keep an open mind as well. Because obviously you have free will. Everybody does. And, you know, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm really curious about what these tarot cards are going to say. So let me see here. Let us see. A year from now. What's going on with pile 2? Oh, yeah. 2 of Cups. Please. What did I say? 3 of Pentacles. What? This, okay. Collaborations with work. Interesting. Okay. What else here? 6 of Wands. Okay. King of Swords. You got an extra card because it flew out and I was like, yeah, we need it. King of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely something. 2 people here. Okay, and ooh, I don't know what's going on. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. So, I have no idea where I'm going to put her. She should probably go in the middle, to be fair. Well, this is a mess. All right, you go up there. Okay. So there's definitely, I'm getting a relationship of some sort, a connection, potentially from work as well. It could be a work connection. Like, you could meet at work. Or, oh, what's going on here? Or, like on a business trip or something like that. But, I definitely think that you need... You're closing yourself off. Like, it's like all of that energy where you're just like, no, I don't want to do this. You completely close your emotions off from everyone else and every situation as well. And you almost get cold toward people, right? And toward this person specifically, I think. And, you know, it's like, it's funny that they're like, they look like a nomad or something like that, or like someone that just wants to be free, you know? And it's like, that's what you want. You want to be free and you want to be, but maybe you're feeling tied down by work. That could be it too, you know? And you really want to like go on an adventure with this King of Wands. But you're stuck with work and it's like, I can't move on. Like, I can't go anywhere because I'm stuck here, you know? If you're feeling stuck over something. Because the thing is, you are having success. You're having success at work and in relationships. Like, on the surface, it looks like everything's good. And people may think that, like, you're living your best life and you're really happy and, like, things are going well, but like, you are closed off completely. But you're really wise. See, that's the thing. It's like, maybe you'll be, maybe you're like starting a spiritual awakening. Like, this will catapult you into like seeking like more spiritual knowledge and really finding success with it, I think, because you know, you don't want to feel closed off anymore. You don't want to. And you want to feel this fire, right? Like, just lighting that fire, like feeling that warmth. You don't want to feel the cold. You want the warmth and positivity, you know, and passion. And you want to shut your brain off sometimes and be like, you know what? I don't want to think like this. I don't want to be so stubborn. And be like, this way is my way. My way is the high, like my way is it. It feels like you do want a change. And I think that maybe you'll be seeking like through someone else, like knowledge, spiritual knowledge through someone else that has more experience with it. And I think that you're going to start trusting your intuition. I think you're going inward and really trying to focus on you, and with the Six of Wands, that's like a public success. There's something here where you want to boast about it, but then like it's mysterious too. This is interesting. I might need some clarifiers for this one because I'm a little confused. Not like, because there's a big relationship, because we have Otter, which again, leading me toward a relationship, and affection. So there's something here. Let me see. What's going on? What's going on with pile 2 a year from now with this? Yeah, the Hanged Man, feeling stuck, absolutely. Aquarius and Pisces energy. I think it's more Pisces. Oh, okay. 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're feeling a lot of anxiety about this too. There's a feeling stuck, but again, this can, with the High Priestess too, it's like finding a new way of seeing things. Like you're definitely opening your mind up, because this anxiety is crippling you and you really want to work through it because, yeah, this was reversed, which is good, but 3 of Swords, you've had heartbreaks, a lot of heartbreaks, and potentially there could be an ending of a relationship here because there's a relationship that's significant. And with the swim away from the situation, it just feels like potentially there's some difficulties romantically, with someone. Yeah, but look, 3 of Wands is here. So it's like you're finding an expansion, by yourself though. I think something is ending. There's something that is absolutely ending because you're just like so stuck in this, like I need to go. This has to end. Something, but it's either a job, relationship, something like that. But you're finding peace within this, and really just potentially even traveling. I really get the sense that you're just like, all I'm seeing is like a caged animal, like pacing a cell, and it's like, you just feel so stuck, like this Hanged Man. You feel so stuck and it's bringing you so much anxiety, and all you want to do is just get out, and maybe you want to travel, something like that. You just want to go. And that's what this is indicating. There's that possibility for you to just expand and see the world, see whatever it is that you want to see. And either a relationship and work, it seems as though potentially both. But like I said, I think like in your job, you're very secure, and people really value your opinion and all of that. So it's like, I'm not sure. I think it's really the relationship. But, something's stopping you from breaking free, and you're just pacing that cell right now. And it's crippling you with anxiety and potentially some depression as well. And it's like, all you can do is just sit there and be like, oh my God. So you just shut your emotions off and don't feel. But the thing is, that's changing with the 3 of Swords because you're healing. You're going to be healing your heart and expanding your creativity and your just yourself. I'm getting such a Sagittarius energy. I don't know why. And Aquarius too. But you know, you're just wanting to get out and see the world, go on an adventure, anything, right? And I think that you've definitely got savings, like, or you need to start saving money. That's what that's saying. Like, you're guarding that safe with your life so you can really start planning your journey, like your adventure. Yeah, because you're so, I don't know, something called me to split the deck with the Five of Wands. You know, it feels like everything around you is just giving you a headache. You're constantly like, oh my God, can you guys stop? Like, please. And you just want to go, right? And that's what it is. You just want to go. Oh. Let's see. I've got another card here. And then we'll get some charms for you. So you are a child of the universe. No less than the fucking stars. It's like you realize how vast the world is, right? And you feel you feel stuck. Again, like a year from now. And maybe you do right now. I hope not. And hopefully by a year from now, you'll be feeling more like ready to plan, right? And saving that money and just ready to go. But you need to realize you are a child of the universe, right? And you're made up of the universe. You are this beautiful energy. And you do have beautiful energy. You're just closing it off right now. And it's hindering you, for sure. You have to try and be more adaptable to this. And oh man, that always look on the bright side of life song. No, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry, but you have to try. And it's so hard when you're in that Nine of Swords energy. But I think through everything, you're really finding your spirituality. And when this comes out, it really confirmed it, because, you know, you're finding a unique point of view that only you can see, kind of. And maybe that's why you're being stubborn. And it's like, you know what? No, I see this because you're evolved, you know, and other people are like, well, that's stupid. And you're just like, no, it's not. I'm right. So you're frustrated. There's a lot of frustration. And again, it's like an animal in a cage just pacing. And it's like, you just want to go. And I do see you doing that, starting to heal, going on that spiritual journey, spiritual awakening with the High Priestess and Hangman, and the Six of Wands is here. Like, there's success. You know, it's not all negative. Again, I said I think you'll be quite stable in your career and all that. So you gotta just try and expand and plan what you're gonna do. Don't just go like the King of Wands doesn't do that. That's more of a page or a knight. But make a solid plan. Be that Taurus. Make a plan, you know. I mean, I guess Tauruses aren't notorious for that. That's more Virgo energy. But we did have that right here with the grounding. Ground yourself. Ground your idea. Ground your idea. You don't have to ground where you are. No. Ground your body. Ground your soul, you know, with this High Priestess energy. If you have to find someone that has more experience with spirituality and meditation or yoga, whatever it is that makes you feel better, do it. And help them, like, have them help you find that grounding energy, so you don't feel like you're floating all the time and like you're this hanged man, like you're stuck in your own body, right? Because you need to find that grounding of your idea of what you want to do, so you can make it happen with this Three of Wands and find that expansion. Yes. Okay. Let's get a fortune cookie. Fortune. Ooh, okay. You came out. We're going to do it. Wiseness make for oneself an island which no flood can overwhelm. I'm going to let you interpret that how you may. Wiseness make for oneself an island which no flood can overwhelm. We have 4, 16, 23, 6, 34, and 25. Oh my God. Could you imagine if I lit that on fire? Jesus. Okay, anyway. So now let's get some charms to close out your reading. Margot. There's Margot. Yes, is that an elephant? Right in the middle. Super wise. Oh, okay. Oh, you have a whale tail too. Interesting. Okay. And we have the star. Yeah, there's a lot of, you need to, yeah, the grounding. Again, like earth energy. There's fire here too, though. Look at that. Interesting. Oh, I love it. It's fascinating because you have all 4 elements here with the hummingbird, these 2 with water, the turtle and the whale, the chili, and the earth energy. So, well, this is earth too. So you really got to find a balance. This is definitely a balance within yourself and the elements within yourself. Like, you know, your emotions, your logical mind, your practicality, you know, grounding yourself, and also your, oh no, I said that already, is the logic, and your passions, right? And just really finding a that balance with this wise elephant here. You know, I do see you seeking knowledge, and the apples here too, so that maybe you're a teacher, or you'll be finding some sort of teacher to help you take yourself to new heights. I love that the heel popped up. And the star, you know, we did have the 6 of Wands. There's a lot there. That's positivity. You know, I think you're going to have a lot of wins. But there's definitely a lot to work on. You know, you're making a splash too, though, with this the whale's tail. You're making a splash with, I think it's your career. I really do. Just really doing a great job and impressing your boss, or just having a lot of sales, you know, making a really cool product that people really enjoy, you know, something like that. And also just because I view whales as very wise too. Elephants and whales are just, they're so fascinating. When you look in their eyes, it's, they're wise. And I think that you're very smart. And you realize like you're cutting yourself off from other people, and it's really upsetting you. It upsets you. That's what you're, like, that is how it is, because you're kind of trying to protect yourself. But Spirit wants you to really try and go with the flow, which is so hard. Because you have a lot of passion with this chili, with the chili pepper. I mean, you've got so much to give, and there's a lot of creativity too. You have so much creativity, and you could be going to school or something too. Like, there's something here about really putting your passions into action and like bringing them to fruition. And you're shining, you know, you'll be shining brightly, which is great. And using this wisdom that you're learning from everything and these experiences, and putting them into being a better person, right? And not that you're a bad person, that sounded bad, but and this is about wiseness too. Like, wow, that's hilarious. Oh my God. But I think that you could be a very powerful spiritual practitioner. Like, I just think that this is not your first rodeo, and maybe you don't realize that because you're coming out as that King of Swords, so that's very logical. But I think that you have the ability to just be really powerful and almost know things. Like, your intuition's really strong. And that freaks you out sometimes, I think, too. But we also have the hummingbird, so it's like busy. You'll be very busy going back and forth, like, woo, woo, you know, being pulled in a lot of different directions. Like, I got to do this, I got to do that, da, 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 da. You know, you're hustling, you're doing a lot. And it's like, there's no time to rest. And you kind of got to take a rest sometimes, right? And this is bottom of the deck, too. Get your sweet ass outside. So take time for yourself and get out there. Connect with the water if you want to. And I think water's significant for that. But connect with nature in general. Just get outside. Let that sun get on your face, you know, like shine on your face, and really just be present with yourself. So that's really important for you. Okay, but that's what I have for you, pile 2. It's been such a pleasure to read for you. I'm sorry if that was a little confusing. It's weird because I think you'll be a little confused too a year from now, but I think you're definitely going to be working on it and trying to be more open and making these active plans to get moving and using that wisdom, because High Priestess and Hanged Man, no joke, like really there's some sort of spiritual awakening happening. A lot of spiritual downloads potentially, and again, if you need to find someone to help explain things to you, do it, whether it's through YouTube or something like that, you know, just make sure they're credible sources, of course, but books, something like that, you know, just be mindful of the what you're taking in, you know, just make sure they're definitely credible. But that's what I have for you, pile 2. If you'd like to subscribe, you can hit that, you can hit that button down below. If you'd like to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll leave my email linked down below. I can get a way more personalized reading for you if you like, because this is collective energy, so it is just a general message. But with anything I can do, love, career, whatever, if you need any guidance, I got you. Just that email's down below if you're interested. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, I'll leave my Instagram and TikTok link down below as well. So I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, pile 2, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye! Hi there, pile 3. So if you chose the Rose Quartz or the 7th House relationship card, this is your reading. So we're going to stick this right over here. And this is about what your life's going to look like in a year from when you're watching this video. So relationship, you know, immediately, obviously, relationships are going to be serving a key purpose. And I think you're going to be nurturing your relationships and really focusing on cultivating them and growing them and really just trying to let them blossom and bloom, right? Like, and you could also potentially be meeting or in a relationship with someone that's very significant. We'll see what else comes out, but I think that you're really with the number 9 here, you really have gone through a lot, and it's like close to completion, right? You know, you put in a lot of hard work and on yourself, I think, especially in this year, but a year from now, it's going to be focusing on your relationships and each individual person in your life. You know, I think you're going to be just wanting to make people feel good and special and important, and also setting your boundaries very firmly, because maybe you have problems, a little bit of trouble with that. And I think that through this, like, you're definitely learning how to set those boundaries in your relationships as well. But you could be relying on people for certain things. I know some people don't like to hear that, because people don't like to rely on others. But in this sense, I think perhaps there are a few relationships that you'll need them for something significant, like to help you. I don't mean like using them or anything like that, but for resources, connections, something like that. It's really crucial. Your relationships are very crucial, and your friendships and family, all of that, romantic relationships, even acquaintances, anything, just really paying attention to those. That's definitely a year from now, a big focus for you. So I did pre-shuffle some cards, and so I'm going to set those out so we can get more of a picture here of what is happening. So we've got protest, start a revolution. Hell, rebirth, yeah, okay. Oh, the trout and lily of the valley, purification. Oh, happiness, number 15. That's a marjoram, I suppose. That's how you say it. Oh, there's plenty of room. Okay. And we have armadillo. You see that? Okay. Snake game. Yeah, okay. Okay. We got this. And fun cereals. Oh, good. So yeah, it's really about transformation for you, for yourself. I think, again, yes, your relationships are going to be very important, but this will be a year from now. It's like you're focusing on how you react to the relationships and the people you're surrounded by, right? Like, start a revolution. It feels like you're standing up for yourself and you're not allowing others to walk all over you. With armadillo, you've been in some tough situations and it feels like you've just kind of wanted to roll up and scoot away. You know how they can do that? Armadillos like literally roll away. Because I think that there's been some apathy in your life and some snakes that are just really they hadn't looked out for your best interests. And so a year from now, you're focusing on this rebirth of yourself. You're transforming. It's like the death card in tarot, that Scorpio energy. Just really, through these endings come the new beginnings. And through that, it's a purification too. Like everything's really tying together with this. It's like that rebirth, but it's purifying you as well, because you have this difference that you've learned those lessons, right? From these past situations and tough times. And you've learned those lessons. So you can put them to work. You can put them to work, in the future, and make sure you're not treated like that anymore or ever again, right? Because I think you have a very pure, sweet heart. And there's something about, you're very fun, you're carefree. There's a lot, these are kind of grouped together. I didn't do that on purpose, but it's kind of funny that they are. This is Gemini energy. Very chatty and talkative and you're a social person, I think. And you just enjoy having a good time. And I think that a year from now, you're nourishing those relationships that make you feel good. You're surrounding yourself with people that just bring you joy, and getting rid of those people that are apathetic and cruel and mean-spirited, because you're pure. You've got this sweet, sweet soul. And I want to look at the book, because I always do for these cards, because I just think you get so much from them. So yeah, it's about returning to who you are and restoring what it is that you want to do and how you want to present yourself to the world as well. Because maybe like these people have made you feel like you had to be a certain way or act a certain way or like look a certain way. And that's just being swept away. A year from now, you're going to just be completely in your own, like feeling confident and beautiful and very sure of yourself. Again, and having a really good time. So, yeah, oh, the lily of the valley is a return of happiness. It's just like you had these tough times, but then like you're going to be very joyful, and it will be because you've done all this work on yourself, but also because of the relationships around you, like the people that you're surrounding yourself with, that chosen family, if you will. And it could include regular family as well, but yeah, so the upright for this is your difficulties are subsiding and happiness will soon be restored. Now is the perfect time for quiet meditation and deep introspection. So yeah, you're just really feeling so much better about everything a year from now, that's great, and because it feels like you had a lot of anger for a while about not being enough or not living up to people's expectations, which, I mean, it could be invented expectations, because you may have a bit of a perfectionist quality to you, and I see you definitely kind of shedding that and just allowing yourself to be who you are and finding this happiness and joy and carefree, very carefree and almost childlike energy, which is really nice to see as well. So let's get some tarot to see what else comes out. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Yes. Four of Cups. Yep. Okay. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Gorgeous. And the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. So you are breaking free. There's an independent, with the Nine of Pentacles, there's this independent feeling and just being able to live your best life and, again, not really rely on other people. It's almost like a kind of like a single energy. Maybe you're in a relationship now that's really dragging you down and it feels very heavy, and a year from now you're literally breaking away from that and just celebrating yourself and maybe even treating yourself. This is a person that's very secure financially. I see this as like a boss lady, like living her best single life. Do you know what I mean? Like she's just owning who she is and living luxuriously, her version of luxuriously, right? And you're not focusing on all of these negatives. It's like you're being offered all of these things. Like, and maybe these could be people that were negative in the past and they're trying to get your attention, but you're kind of just like, you know what? No, I'm going to stick with me, with that Four of Cups. And that's just not necessarily the meaning of this card, but that's just the way I'm going to interpret it, just with the images, It's like you don't want to be surrounded by, maybe like you would party a lot and stuff like that, and it really got to be too much for you and almost detrimental to your health. And I'm not saying that that's the case for everybody that parties, okay? But maybe you took it further, or like the people around you took it further than you wanted to, right? With the partying or anything like that, in a social setting. And it's just like, no, you know what? I'm going to be with myself. I'm very much going to live my best life, and you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm going to scoot off as this Knight of Wands, right? Like just having fun. Like I just see you. Gosh, it's nice because you have Knight and Queen here. So it's like you have this lovely passion and you're impulsive, but it's like you can stop yourself because you have the Queen of Wands here. So it's like you're that evolved as well. So you're not like just barreling into things without thinking, you know, because you are this Queen of Wands, you're confident about it. There's a confidence here, and just, I think you'll be really focusing on yourself and maybe even changing up your fashion or something like that. Or making a lifestyle change. There's something here. There's a big change for you. And I do think it's a singular change. Like it's for you. It's for nobody else, for no one else, okay? And this wheel's turning for you in your favor. You know how it's like kind of negative here, right? But it's spinning for you, and it's going to be good. It's going to be really good for you soon. I just knocked those everywhere. And you're going to just, and I'm not necessarily saying like you're in a bad place right now. I'm just saying like certain things could be really weighing you down, and that's going to be changing, and you'll be feeling a lot more comfortable with yourself, and maybe even financially as well. You know, I think that's a big factor too. Financially, you're going to be feeling really good. Maybe in your career, you're going to really be thriving. I think you will be in your social life as well, but it's more like you're choosing who you're hanging out with. You're not just going because you need to go, because I think you're quite social. You really like to have fun and go on little adventures and stuff like that, but you're really focusing on the people, again, that have your best interests in mind and that make you feel good and gas you up in a positive way, not in a toxic way. That's a very big thing here. Yeah, but let's take a look at this is running short, but it's going so quickly. It's just an easy reading, how it's coming out. So I have this card as well. Behold the field in which I grow my fox. Lay thine eyes upon it and see that it is barren. So like you're literally not giving a shit about what anybody else thinks anymore. Cultivate calm. You're really cultivating yourself, right? And just, I think you're kind of over that whole like, I almost said pick me, but maybe you were, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, because this culture is really difficult right now. Like things are crazy, and there's a lot of pressure to look a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, right? And just keep up with social media, keep up with this, you know, you're being pulled in a lot of different directions, right? And it's like, a year from now, you're going to be like, no, you know what? I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to look how I want to look, and I'm going to be who I want to be, okay? And you're going to be surrounding yourself with people that absolutely support you in that. 100%, which is so lovely. So I'm going to get a little fortune here, too, from a fortune cookie, because they're fun, that you can interpret it however you may. May the good spirits be with you always. Yeah, you're surrounding there we go. You're surrounding yourself with really good things. Good people. So the lucky numbers are 19, 37, 38, 14, 26, and 41. Ooh, 14 and 41, that's like a mirror. Interesting, okay. So let's get some charms. This is going incredibly quickly. Again, I'm kind of sorry that it's going so fast, but at the same time, it's going to be a little shorter than everybody else's, but I'm telling you, you're getting a lot from like this is just going fast. Actually, oh wow, a lot of signs came out. Maybe these seasons are significant for you. Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Gemini. Okay, so the letter M's here as well. So I always see the fleur-de-lis. France may be significant, or Montreal, something like that, in Canada. But when I see the fleur-de-lis, I really think of like imprisonment. I don't know. It's just like you felt really trapped. And that's being released, you know? You're flying away like this bird, right? And allowing yourself to just move along, you know? I think you're going to be very busy. Maybe you make things, or you'll be receiving like a nice gift, a handmade gift, which would be very cute. But you're very busy. You're busy because we've got the spider, first of all. And, oh, you have a lot going on. It's like your hands are in a lot of different baskets. Take that as you will. I'm kidding. Well, kind of. But, you know, I think, and with the acorn, it's just busy. Fall may be very significant too. But, because with the squid and the spider, you know, it's like, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, but you're balancing yourself fairly well because we have Gemini here, which is the twins, you know, and they're quite, stable, you know, just be careful. Yeah, you're very smart. You're being smart about things, and practical, and really, cause it's nice to see. It's interesting. There's fire. I mean, no, this is the fire here, but, the earth and air energy. So maybe you have significant, placements, but, again, yeah, you're very talkative. I think you have a lot to say, and you really just enjoy telling stories and stuff as well. With the umbrella, yeah, I'm going to take this as like, you're putting it up, and you're not letting anything get to you anymore. You know, you're safe under that umbrella from something making your day bad, you know, or making it a little difficult, you know, because if it starts pouring all of a sudden, it's like, oh man, why is it pouring right now? I'm getting soaked if you don't have an umbrella, right? And you can say that as like your life, right? It's like a metaphor for things that are going on in your life a year from now. You're not letting things get to you, and you're protected from things making your day bad, if you will. I think you're very, you're moving a lot, like, again, with these, but this reminds me of Sagittarius. But it's interesting, I'm really focusing on that heart. So there is the potential for a lot of love coming in. I'm not sure there's anything serious, because it seems like maybe there's something serious right now, and if there's not, like, maybe there's serious feelings on your end. But there's the potential here for either, like, hookups or, you know, just not super serious romantic situations. And yeah, but we have the elephant and the cat, so you're very smart. And Gemini, you know, very, very smart. And a unique thinker. You're quirky, you know, which is really good, but you're a very hard worker and practical as well. And making that bank, I think your money is very important in the next, like, a year from now. You're going to be really focusing on that and making money. And I think it's really primarily about you. You're focusing on you. And yes, we have rose quartz here and the relationship card at the beginning, but I don't think a year from now that your relationships will be everything, right? I think romantic relationships, because the relationships you have with your friends and your family and whatnot are very important, and I think they also help you grow and make you feel really confident and content with where you're at, and also just letting go of what other people think too. They help you with that as well, because you're really spreading your wings and flying off, you know. It's very obvious that there's a huge change in how you're functioning almost. It's a big shift in mindset, which may confuse people, but you're doing it for you, which is really, really lovely. That's important. But that's what I have for you, pile 3. It's been such a pleasure to read for you. If you'd like to subscribe, you can hit that button down below. If you'd like to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll leave my email linked down below as well. I can really get more in depth, because this is collective energy. I get really more in depth with a personal reading, and they're really fun. So if you'd like to try one out, shoot an email to me. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, I'll leave those linked down below as well. But I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, Pile 3, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye! Hi there, Pile 4. So if you chose the Peacock or this Trine Sextile Symbiosis card, this is your reading. So I'm going to set this over here, and we're going to see what your life will be like a year from when you're watching this. So with the symbiosis here, I think you're going to be really surrounded by people that just get you. They get you, and you get each other on this level that is almost inexplicable, right? And they could be in like the same, because trine planets are opposite each other, right? I think. So it's like earth, air, water, or fire, right? So they could be like from the same element as you potentially, or like the opposite element. They might be from the, wow, I'm really explaining this well. The opposite element. Do you know, like, earth and water mesh really well together, or fire and air really mesh really well together? So it's like your best buddies, kind of like, you're not really like, super duper similar, but you mesh really well. Do you know what I mean? It's, again, it's inexplicable, and you're going to be surrounded by, it seems like a few people, because there's a lot of birds here, right? There's quite a few birds, and they're all kind of chilling. So I think you're just really focusing on the things that make you comfortable and things that are easy. It's going to be easy. Your relationships are going to be easy a year from now. And I think that you're really going to be surrounded by people that have the same morals and same like complementary ideas and skills, and they're very compatible with you. You're very compatible with the people that you'll be surrounded by. And even, they don't even have to be people. It could be situations, right? Like a job or something similar like that. But you're definitely just gonna be working and living and thriving around people that just you mesh super easily with, and that really understand you. They really understand you. And I don't necessarily think you have a ton in common. You have a lot in common, don't get me wrong. There's things that you'll have in common with them, but there's enough differences where it's going to be interesting. Like, it'll be fun. And you can really unwind with these people and in this situation and whatever, you know, you can really, if you're stressed out, you can go to these people and just feel so much comfort, right? And just relax and let go. And it's like, oh my God, it's like a breath of fresh air. Because it's not, you can't explain it. It's just how it is, right? And we also have the number 7, so there could be some really good luck too. You could be feeling really just like things are just going really well and coming to you really easily, flowing super easily. And just good things are happening in a year for sure. Let's get some more oracle cards to see what else we have here. So we have Morning, the World Awaits You with the number 40. Eos with Light, beautiful. The Finch and Peach Romance. Ooh. Strength. This is Virgo energy with the number 19. Oh, can we see that? Okay. And we also have Desert. Buzzfeed Yellow. And sticker earrings. Okay. So it feels like you're going to be really just taking every day and making the most of it with the world awaits you. It's like you wake up in the morning and you're really excited for your feet to hit that ground and just get going, right? And just, there's a passion here, a passion for what you're doing, a passion for the people that you're surrounded by, the situations that you put yourself in, the adventures you go on. You know, it's a lot of, you're heated in a good way. It's like that fire is burning in your belly and you're just really very happy. And I think you're very protected too. You're being guided by Eos, like toward the things that are meant for you, and putting a distance from things that aren't, right? So if you're feeling people or opportunities like slip through your fingers, that could be why a year from now, you know, because you're really just going to be at this point where things are working out for you in your favor, definitely. And it's easy. It's just like, I can stretch and just be calm and not super anxious, because I think you had a lot of anxiety before with the sticker earrings, and it's like you were hesitating about making moves and doing things that you thought, you know, might get a rise out of people or whatever. Like maybe you cared about what other people thought, right? And that's ending that anxiety because you're persevering and really putting in work toward whatever it is that you're trying to do, because we do have productivity here as well with Cancer energy. And so it's like you're snipping, you're cutting those ties to things that don't serve you and just moving forward confidently and just shining light on things that really mean a lot to you. And Buzzfeed yellow, it's successes. Let me see. In a very confident energy too. You're going to be feeling quite confident in general. Yeah, and lively. You know, it's like a renewed sense of energy. You know, maybe because that anxiety was weighing you down, you're going to be feeling so light. It's just a light energy, and you'll have your shoulders back, feeling really confident and just excited about what's next, instead of like, oh God, what's next? You know, it'll be good. It's a really good thing. And we also have the Finch and Peach. So I'm going to look at what this says in the book, because I always love to do this with this deck. So with romance, love is in the air when the finch and peach appears. The peach, a sweetly scented heart-shaped fruit, has long been associated with fertility, sexuality, and love. And the lively finch symbolizes exuberance, enthusiasm, and excitement. Yeah, like that's literally what these are saying. Like you're just excited about every day. And so I think that you're just naturally going to draw people in. And I think you're also romanticizing your life too, in the best way. It's like you are enjoying every moment. I don't mean it in like a negative way of romanticizing your life. I mean like you're going on like if you go on a picnic, you pack that basket up and you dress up really cute, even if it's just you and your best friend or something. You know, you really make a show of it and you have a good time together. And it's just like you make these beautiful memories for yourself, not for anybody else, right? And you're romanticizing it because you love your life and you want to feel good. But there's also that potential for romance, you know, because I think that, again, you have this energy that people are really attracted to, or they will be attracted to, and it's just it draws people in, and there's definitely going to be some opportunities for love to come in for you, for sure. Whether you decide you want them or not, that's up to you, of course. And we'll also see what the tarot says. I'm not sure if that will leave any indication, but maybe we'll get some clarity on that to see what's coming for you. But, you know, you're really persevering and moving forward. And I know this says Virgo, but this can also be Leo energy as well. And we have, so it goes from Leo to Virgo season. So that could be very significant for you in the next year or so. Or maybe that could be when you're watching. Because if you're watching it literally when I'm posting this, that's basically a year from now is Leo to Virgo season. So, I mean, that could be significant. That season. And yeah, let's do some tarot. Let's see what's going on, because that's beautiful. I love to see that bright, happy, beautiful energy that makes me smile. Okay, so the tarot, we have King of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Nine of Cups, beautiful. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. And the Eight of Swords. So, let me see here. Don't get yourself stuck. Don't, because it feels like you think this is too good to be true. Like, that's how you'll be feeling. And it's, that's just not the case. You know, of course, life has its ups and downs and disappointments. But I think for you, the Nine of Cups is right here. You're going to be very emotionally fulfilled and just full of love in your heart. You know, there's just a confident, and you're almost smug, like not in like an, I'm going to punch you in the face smug, you know what I mean? But like in a very, you're just very, very happy with your life a year from now. And you feel the love, you feel all that love, right? And the King of Cups is here too. So it's really, you're so compassionate and kind and intuitive. You're incredibly intuitive. Please trust your intuition. But you're kind of going with the flow, right? It's just like, I'm going to go where the world takes me, where life takes me, you know? I'm hanging out. He's out here sitting on a, that cooler, you know? Just floating along on the river. He doesn't even have his paddle in the water. Just going, right? And you're a dreamer too. I think that you have these big, lofty goals, and you're really trying to work toward those. And I think that you could be potentially be doing a really good job with that with the King of Pentacles here, but that could also be a love connection. So I'm going to see. We'll clarify that. And we also have the Four of Pentacles. So I think you're feeling stable, very secure. But there's, interesting. There's something about feeling locked in. You know, it's like with these two specifically. Because, like, these dogs are almost going to fight each other, and she's just sitting up there like, okay, well, here we go again. So this could be a little warning. Like, don't limit yourself. Always, like, keep those dreams going. Don't think anything is too much, right? Just try to bring it into action, like actualize it, make it practical, your goals and your dreams. I want to clarify this. Who's this King of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay. Who's this King of Pentacles? To pile 4. Too many cards came out. Ah, no. Who's this King of Pentacles to pile 4? Okay. So this person was with you when you were feeling down, when you were going through struggles, that King of Pentacles, and they helped you expand your mind, your life, your goals, you know, everything, because they have a lot of resources. They could be older than you, But you're also coming out as a King of Cups, so you could be the same age. But, and they don't have to be masculine. Could be masculine, feminine, you know, whatever energy. It's just energy. It's not, necessarily male. But they really help you expand and potentially, put your goals into action as well, because this map is showing that those swords, like thinking about traveling or something, you know, and thinking about traveling the world, but they're so focused on that they got an F on their test, right? So it's like maybe this person's really helping you actualize things, actualize traveling, because they kind of look like they're traveling, right? Like there's boats surrounding them and they're hanging out in there, and you really want to have not a care in the world, but maybe a year from now you're not quite there. I think you'll be quite happy though, you know, and you're surrounded by people that really support you and again want the best for you. And also, like, this, no, I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, so the 10 of Wands, it's like there's this person was with you for these hardships, through a lot of hardships and endings as well. And they're a really, really good close friend, I think, that King of Pentacles, that supports you. They're part of your tribe, right? Definitely want the best for you. And they could potentially help you financially, with connections, anything like that, you know? But you're definitely primarily in this 9 of Cups energy, which is really secure. But maybe you need to save some money too. That could really be for the 4 of Pentacles. You could need to save some money. Because emotionally you're feeling really full, like your cup is full, because the people around you are just so lovely, okay? But in order to get to where you want to be, you've got to try and bring it down to earth and, you know, actualize things and really, like, get some money. Get some money if you want to do things, right? But I've got one of these cards now. Awaken to tiny, beautiful things at every fucking turn. Embrace your tiny inner Buddha. So yeah, I think you're definitely just enjoying these beautiful, everything life has to offer you. Again, romanticizing things, like doing whatever it is that you feel brings your heart joy and makes your heart warm, you know? You're just really happy. And you see things that other people may not, right? Like, or you take pleasure in the other things that other people may not, right? Like, I don't know, like a bird singing, you know, and you, in their little home, they're up in their nest or something, and you really just, you love to see that, right? And because some people would be like, oh, would that bird shut up or something like that, but you just really, it's one of your favorite parts of the day or something like that, you know? It's the little things that really make you appreciate life. All these little things. You notice everything too. Again, you no one can get anything past you, I don't think. You're very perceptive. You're very perceptive of a lot of things. And you may like crystals too. Also, this was the bottom of the deck for this one. Blessed AF. So you definitely have a lot of blessings. What's one thing you're grateful for? You have a lot to be grateful for. Definitely. Absolutely. So let's get a fortune from my fortune cookies. I need to get more of these. Let's see. May the good spirits always be with you. No. May the good spirits be with you always. Sorry. So, yeah. I mean, just, I think, try to always, not always, but try to stay as positive as you possibly can, right? Because I think you realize being really negative just gets, at the end of the day, gets you nowhere. And I don't mean people that have depression or anything like that, or people that have real issues that are really I just mean people that bitch about nothing, that just because that they have to, that's like in their DNA, like they feel like they have to. That's what I mean when I say positive, like try and stay more positive. And I think you do. I really do. But because I think good things come to you really easily as long as you are actively being a kind, loving person. And I think that you are. You really have a beautiful heart, and that shows very much in this reading. So let's get a few charms to close out your reading. Oh, one's stuck on me. Yeah, we have Gemini energy and the lips. That's hilarious that these are together. And listen, my kiddo is a Gemini and he never stops talking. That's funny. Anyway, definitely speak out. I think that is a good way for you to manifest. Speak out loud what it is that you, exactly what you want to manifest. That's important for you. You're also really smart, but I also think, again, there's someone coming in that has more information than you about something, and they're going to help you, for sure. With the owl, it's reminding me of that King of Pentacles. We have the flower, so you're really blooming. You're blooming into this, and the rose, oh, very delicate. Not like because you're incredibly strong. You're a strong person. But you have such a sweet, kind heart, and you're a delicate being, very emotional. And I don't say that in a negative way at all. It's a strength. It's one of your strengths, because I think you're very emotionally intelligent, and you can realize things about people that they don't see, because you can see why they're doing what they're doing. And so you're like a step ahead of everybody, right? With these emotions. So when I say you're delicate and emotional, that's what I mean. When I say you're delicate, I mean like you can sense people's it's like you're probably like a bit empathetic, right? Like an empath, and just you're able to sense how people are feeling, and that can affect your energy too. So just be mindful of that as well. This is the King of Cups and the turtle remind me of the same thing. Just going with the flow, going where the wind takes you. Okay, and we have the seahorse as well. So you could, a parent may be significant, a father figure. That could also be the King of Pentacles. A father figure could be very significant, but also just quick moving. I think there's a lot happening, and you really have to try and ground yourself and not get frazzled, because I think you could have the potential to have a lot of anxiety. But be careful, because you don't want to overextend yourself and get, again, frazzled and completely completely depleted of your energy, especially because you're an empath too. You really have to protect your energy the best you can. Yeah, and like this cat, its eyes are big, it's like, oh, you got to get some sleep. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but you got to get some sleep to stay well rested. And I think there's just the dragonfly, there's a lot of luck, and this is definitely an indication of change coming too. Again, I think there's been some heartbreaks in the past. But there's also wasn't this the group that had the romance card? Yeah, there's potential for romance. So just don't be afraid of heartbreak. Don't you got to put yourself out there if you want to. Obviously you have free will, but don't be so anxious about heartbreak. I know it hurts, and you have such a big heart. That's the thing. You have such a big, beautiful heart that it's absolutely valid for you to be scared of heartbreak, but I think that Spirit really is putting this here for you to know that it's okay to open your heart to people that you feel are worthy. Like, because again, trust your intuition, trust the energy you're feeling off of people. Really, really make sure you're trusting yourself. Okay? Don't try and fix anybody, please. Okay? Star of David, you may be Jewish. That could be significant for you. Christmas season may also be significant. A very nostalgic energy with these two. I don't know. I always get weepy during Christmas, just for it's just the season, you know. It's a beautiful, sad time of the year. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but it's joyful too, you know. And there's an innocence too. You've got such an innocence. Like, not in the way like that you're naive or anything. It's just like, again, you just feel like every day is new, and everybody should feel, everybody needs to, I wish everybody felt this way, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like, that every day is a new start, a new chance to start again, like, all of that, you know, that's what I mean when I say innocent, you know, because not everybody, people are horrible. Not horrible, I mean, listen, people are jaded, that's a better word, jaded, and they just don't see things the way you do. So keep that innocence, because again, your heart is so beautiful. You have such a sweet heart. You're so lovely. But definitely ground your energy if you can. You've got to try and ground yourself. And either through meditation, getting outside, getting into water, you know, whatever. Connecting with the elements is always a really good way to ground yourself. And if you can connect with the elements and meditate at the same time, that really helps tenfold. So, but whatever really just helps you feel really present in your body and in your emotions, and allowing yourself to feel what you feel, you know? That's what I mean about grounding. But that's what I have for you, Pile 4. It's been such a pleasure to read for you, my sweet, sweet Pile 4. You're so lovely. If you'd like to subscribe, you can hit that button down below. If you'd like to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll leave my email linked down below. This is definitely collective energy, so I can get way more accurate readings, personalized readings for you if you book a personal reading with me. So just shoot me an email if you'd like. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, I'll leave those linked below as well. But I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, Pile 4, and I will see you next time, okay?